As you know, there are systems in place for when there's a postal disruption with the CUPW and with Canada Post to get these critical mailings out to the people who need them. The infrastructure is in place and the delivery system is in place, and it would save the province a lot of headaches and a lot of money if they just went with what already exists. Postal workers saw it as a bit of a, like you said, you owe the CUPW a lot because the CUPW does empower people. It does, teach people how to be good advocates. So that's what we're here doing today, because we feel like setting up these kiosks undermines our struggle and devalues our work. And so we would like to see the province of Manitoba working with Canada Post and the CUPW to get these this mail delivered to people. Like I said, the infrastructure is in place. They can do it. We can have it delivered overnight. We'd like a show of support from the government. We would like the caucus to send a letter to Mark Carney and his Liberals about how valuable the post office is and can be, especially in a province of Manitoba where there are communities with no roads. Postal workers see a bright future for Canada Post, one where perhaps there are stock groceries in post offices in communities like Shamattawa, Puckatawagan, Barons River. These people are exploited by capitalists who charge heavy surcharges on the food that they bring to those communities, and it's wrong. It's people get exploited when they live up north, and the post office can deliver a really fair so there's a lot of ideas, and Mark Carney's Liberals are bent on destroying public service in this country. They're bent on destroying unions and people with good jobs. They're just not friends of workers. And so when we have governments that are supposed to be friends of workers kind of skirting us a little bit, we feel a little bit hurt, but we hope that this maybe has given us an opportunity to work with you, and maybe we could get a commitment that the NDP caucus would actually send a message to the federal level.
Here, man.
Yeah.
So as whip, along with a few others, I oversee our caucus staff. I will find that letter. I will find out why we haven't seen it yet. I'm not good, no excuses. Had a really busy week and we have quite a few folks out sick. I will find that. I will make sure the people that need to see it, which means our full caucus gets a chance to read it. So I can assure you. But I want to say one thing. I'm a proud Red River Métis woman. I've spent time in the north. I was a teacher, so I'm a union person. What you just said about exploitation of the north groceries, I've been there, I've seen it, I did projects on it with students. Thank you for actually thinking of others while you're doing this for fight for yourselves. Thank you. That actually meant a lot.
This fight's about all middle class workers.
All working Canadians, all Canadians.
We're the number one blue collar. We're the number one blue collar union in this country. We're here for all workers. That should have been our fight from day one. We all know this. We're standing up and fighting against corporations and trying to turn us into one of those corporations. Enough is enough. We're middle class people, and we want what's right for us, not just us, all of us around
Canadians,
this whole country and this province.
Yep. Here.
And it's not just about the workers, right? It's about Matthew mentioned this, a few others have mentioned this. It's about also affordability for Manitobans, and we absolutely recognize. I learned it from my union, and I see it now today as an elected representative here in Manitoba. The absolute essential service that you provide to our rural and northern and First Nations communities, and what the impact would be on them if this very valuable public service were to change in the way that is being suggested, or at least floated out there. So yeah, thank you guys very much for the service that you provide. And and I think often about Mark Carney, in watching your struggle. Mark Carney's out here talking about nation building projects.
Yep.
Where is there more an opportunity for nation building? Where does the
Right here.
infrastructure exist like it does at Canada Post?
It's right in front of you.
Hi, Sherilyn. What a lost opportunity, right? So I think that that's a very strong part of your message, right? It's about the workers, it's about affordability, and it's also about nation building. Why would we give up? As we all, right? How many, there's more postal outlets than there are Tim Hortons and McDonald's. I don't know how many times I said that. Is that still true?
Probably.
Probably.
It might not be more than cannabis stores.
That was a big line in 2015 we used to use, that there was more postal outlets than there were Tim Hortons and McDonald's combined. I believe it's still to be true. But anyways, thank you guys very much. I regret that I don't think we brought enough coffee and donuts, but maybe we can see if we can get some more.
It's all good.
Yeah, we're in session right now, actually, so we're in there fighting with the lying, sniveling Tories. Forgive my partisan comment.
That's okay. Well, Tom will scold you if he needs to.
Yeah,
What do you see as the role of a provincial pro-labor provincial government in a federal dispute in terms of advocating for workers' rights? What is the relationship between the provincial government and the federal government in terms of pushing forward workers' rights? What is the role there?
I think, can I say just a few words? Something I believe in, and I don't know if it's because of my background being a teacher. I was an EA, I went to school later in life, a lot like Tracy. I think collaboration is really key, and we like to pride ourselves on actually being a government that works really hard to have good relationships with other levels of government. And so I think that's a really big responsibility to make sure that we have those conversations, not just leader to leader, but also local